Hi everyone, this is Kathy. Welcome to my channel, Kathy Mamelin, Psychic Medium. Welcome to a couple things, channel update real quick, and then we're going to go into our weekend forecast for all signs for my singles with no past, no exes, charms, and initials. So before I start, I just want to let you know I'm heading up to New Hampshire to see my family and to be there for the summer into the fall so that we can get out of the Florida heat. So I'm all packed up. I will be driving for a couple of days with the cats in the car and arriving in New Hampshire. I did upload a whole bunch of videos, so they will be coming out each day. We'll be getting one collective reading for a little while I unpack up there and settle in. Then we are heading into the beginning of July. I have two stepdaughters, twin girls. The first daughter is expecting a baby boy the first weekend in July. Paige and her husband, Justin. And then my second stepdaughter is expecting a baby 3 weeks later in August. So baby boy for Erica and Robbie. So we have a busy, busy summer ahead of us with a new home in New Hampshire, 2 new babies, grandchildren coming. So we're really, really excited. So life is good here for us, for my husband and I, and all is well on our end. We are praying for a family member to get healthy, and I'll be there to help that family member this summer as well and into the fall. So right now, we will be doing a little bit less with the readings. I know you understand. I know that you only want the best for me, but I just wanted to give you a heads up. Private readings will be put on hold for a few weeks, and I will be, like I said, uploading daily some pre-recorded videos. Okay, so let's get starting. Now that that is all said, I'm going to start. I will timestamp this beginning and timestamp the reading just so that you can skip over this if you wanted to. But let's do that. Okay, so timestamp, here we go. So let's do a singles reading for heading into the weekend and days before, days after. You guys know how I feel about whenever you find the reading, it's meant to be heard. So dates, I feel they're okay, but I sometimes feel like you're meant to hear a message whenever you find it. So I wouldn't worry necessarily, oh, I missed the weekend reading. And, you know, if you want to watch it next Wednesday or 2 weeks from now, I think it doesn't matter. It's they're all channeled and they're going to find you when they want. So let's call in our spirit guides, any sign that you're thinking of, if you do have somebody on your mind for a confirmation. But my singles, no past, no exes, spirit. Let's call in our angels and our spirit guides. Let's get some evidence and clues, and let's see what we have. Spirit, please share with me loving messages. What is it that you have for us at this time? What is it that you want for us? I am listening for you now. Let's see what we have. I have growth. This is these are beautiful decks. These are the bees, wisdom of the bees. I think the official deck names are. There's an oracle deck here and a tarot deck. I have growth. Beautiful. I am ready to grow. I am ready to pollinate this flower and then watch it grow. And I'm going to, they're saying grow over a period of time. It's not like overnight. It felt like, you know, I mean, yeah, our life can change, but it doesn't change, you know, from we go to bed at night and the next day we're a new person. But we can make major changes in our life over a period of time, is what Spirit's saying. So some of you could be going through that transformation right now, metamorphosis, things like that. I have your subconscious. deep down inside, they're saying, okay, it's kind of an octopus energy. Deep down inside, I feel like I'm working on a lot of things. I feel like my subconscious is, they're saying ruling out things. So you could be ruling out certain people. You could be eliminating things from your life right now. Like, I'm not going to open my door to that particular person because there's some toxic energy around them that I'm a little concerned about. They tend to drink too much, or they have a substance problem, and I can't really trust something like that. So I'm not getting involved. But I feel like your subconscious is making decisions for you, almost like when you're sleeping. It's kind of this feeling of, while I sleep, they're making good choices for me. My body, mind, and soul knows naturally what's best for me. I have mental clarity. I'm seeking mental clarity. I'm seeking a vision, they just said. So you could just be struggling with, what's my new path? If you just came out of something, I think one of the hardest stages is that you had an identity as a certain type of individual. Like, for example, if you were married, you had an identity of, I'm married and I have a spouse and this is my path. And then all of a sudden you're divorced and you're like, who am I? And you have this new identity of, I'm single, and what does that mean? And you're kind of confused with your direction. So this mental clarity, I want a little bit more of a vision, is how they had said it. So some of you could be hoping for a clearer path. I just want to see what's ahead. I just want to know what's coming. Bottom of the deck, I have protection, protected. I'm going to say that it wasn't anything bad. It wasn't like a sense of something is attacking you or something is coming after you. I'm not feeling anything like that. It was more of a, in general, healthy, wise choices, and being able to, yeah, they're saying be wisdom here is the next one. So yeah, it feels like healthy, wise choices. I'm going to say that. It could be just, I'm asking myself more often than I used to, what is best for me? What is best for my future self? What is best? I mean, sometimes energy comes into our life and in that moment it feels good. It feels exciting. You want to be, like, let's go. But you take a step back and you say, wow, is this really, really going to be good for me? Or am I just living in the moment and just kind of taking it all in? So maybe Spirit's saying, just take a step back for a moment, think clearly, and see what's best for you. Spirit, please share with me, what is it that you want? The wisdom of the bees. What do the bees have? The birds and the bees, right? What are the birds and the bees? So that's cute. I mean, hey, birds and the bees. I haven't heard that in a long time, right? When was the last time you heard that? All right, birds and the bees. I have the Hanged Man. I have a Ten of Swords. I have a High Priestess. And I have a Three of Wands. So I have a couple of cards here. I have a Gemini energy. I have an Aries energy that's coming into me. I have also this beehive. See the beehive? I mean, that's a home to me. I feel at home with you heading into the future. I feel I want to make a home with you. I want to create a home with you. I also like the big sun kind of smiling over the home, the sense of the sun will shine on us. That feels good also. I am definitely moving on for the better. I have taken some time to move on, to end some old wounds, and they're saying carry on. Okay, so just carry on your life, what's best for you. I've been tapping into my soul, Spirit saying, with this High Priestess, I've been working hard on me. Yeah, they're saying the new you. The new you. Okay, so do you feel, raise your hand if you feel like you, in the comments, raise your hand if you feel like you are definitely the new you, that you know that you've changed. You're not the same person that you were. You're looking for something different, they're saying. So this new you, let's talk about that for a minute. Spirit, what is this new you and where are we headed? What is coming our way? I have an Ace of Swords. It says root of the powers of the air sign. Okay. Ace of Swords. I have a Queen of Wands. I have an Ace of Wands. And I have an Eight of Wands. Yeah, you know, you've got something. I think something's going to come into your life very quickly. And it doesn't mean that it's not going to work. It was that feeling of just take a pause, a deep breath, make sure that it's right because it came in fast. Okay. I do feel like I am, this feels like a mask to me. So there's a part of me that feels like I don't think you carry a mask all the time, but I think because it's happening so quickly, you're a little bit of a, I'll believe it when I see it energy happening. So this person is going to have to prove to you that they're real. I do feel that. I feel like they're going to have to show you somehow that what they're saying is the truth. Okay, that, you know, if they say they're a doctor, you know, what kind of doctor are you? Where do you work? Really? How long have you been practicing? Where did you go to medical school? Really? Okay, where'd you go to undergraduate school? You know, so it's a feeling of a little bit of a proving it to me because I'm smarter than you think I am, and you're not going to just seduce me and take advantage of me. So the mask comes up. It doesn't mean that it stays. I feel like it's just temporary until I get over that hurdle of not going to let somebody take advantage of me. I will say I like the aces because these aces, they are saying have power. One says the root of powers of fire and the root of powers of air. So Aries, Gemini, Leo, Libra, Sagittarius, Aquarius. So did I forget anything? I don't think so. I don't know. I feel like, I hope I'm making the right choice because it feels good. It is going to be a powerful energy, a powerful force coming towards you. So for those of you that are I'll know it when I see it, or I want to feel something. I don't want it to just be like, oh yeah, this is a nice guy. It's better than nothing. No, it feels like a powerful force. So you could be really attracted to this person. They could have a really charismatic, I'm going to say charismatic energy, because it could be a little bit of a, like, wow, you know, okay, you know, you're cute. I'm interested, you know, something like that. I have a King of Wands. How nice. Yeah, Queen of Wands, King of Wands here on the table. So I'm going to go with that for a second because I do feel like, look at the intense eye contact coming in from that king. Just this, I see you. Piercing eyes. I can't take my eyes off of you. And Spirit's saying it all sounds so good. Like I said, you just want to say, you know, are you for real? You know, because there's some good liars out there. And I feel like the new you isn't going to be taken advantage of. The new you is choosing differently this time. It feels like the new you could care less whether, you know, somebody's in your life or not, and unless it's somebody that wows you. So yeah, you've earned it, Spirit said. You've worked hard to get here, and you've created this new life for yourself, and you are ready to enjoy something better, is how I feel. Let's grab some initials. Let's see what we have for initials. Now, some of you maybe have somebody on your mind that you're wondering, is it going to turn into something more? And others of you, it's just clues. Okay, so first initials, last initials. Let me just grab a little pinch of these guys, these kind of silvery, sparkly letters. And I have all kinds of stuff packed for my New Hampshire house. I had to pack up my office. I've got to order lights and stuff to set up my recording studio up there, but I'll do it. You'll see me up there soon. I have a B, I have a W, I have an R, I have a W, not a W, so I'm just going to put these together. Maybe it's important. I have an H. I like the color. I like the U. I have an X. The letter C. I have a D. Another D. D. I have an O. T. J. M. T. G. E. P, another E, B, and I have another H. Okay. I like the kind of iridescent colors. They're cool. Okay. Let's see what else they have for us. Spirit, tell me more about this connection. Okay. So there was a moment there for, it was a little bit of I'm getting over someone. So it could be you, it could be them, but I do feel like you're both available, but somebody could be on the tails of, I ended a relationship maybe 6 months ago, something like that, but I'm now starting to get back out there. I want to meet somebody new, something like that. Can I have a sign? I have Taurus, stability. I have Gemini, curiosity. I have Aries, enthusiasm. I have Aquarius, from a higher view. And I have Cancer, caring, energy. So we'll take those. Spirit, tell me. I'm going to ask Winnie the Pooh. I haven't used these cards in a little while. Winnie the Pooh, what do you have for me? Let's see. Life's challenges. When the road ahead seems uncertain, let us be resourceful and creative in finding solutions to the challenges that we face. For every problem has a solution waiting to be found. I feel like the message is that this person could be really good at problem solving. A little bit of almost like how an engineer thinks, like they can put pieces of the puzzle together. They're very analytical is a better way for me to say it. So this person could be very good at step 1, step 2, step 3, and then boom, we've solved some kind of challenge. So they could be a really good planner, something like that. They like to plan ahead. I feel like they can overcome challenges without getting too riled up. I'm not feeling a lot of anxiety around this person. I'm not feeling nervousness. I'm feeling kind of like even-keeled energy. So they can handle a lot. I have courageous steps. Fear is a natural part of life, dear friend, but let us find the courage to face our fears head on and watch as we emerge stronger and more resilient than ever before. How that came into me was when we had the conversation about I'm scared. I really have feelings for you and I don't want to get hurt. They say it right back. What makes you think that I'm not either? You know, I don't want to get hurt. You know, do you think that I'm really looking to, you know, sign up for, you know, break my heart? And I liked that. I liked that they said it right back. It wasn't a defensive mechanism of, um, you know, I'm not out to hurt you, or, you know, what do you think I'm going to do? It was I don't want to get hurt either. So let's be good to each other. So I felt that. So that was a good thank you, Winnie the Pooh. And I have a treasure to cherish. Friendship is a treasure beyond measure, don't you think? So let us treasure the friendships we make along the way, for they are some of life's greatest gifts. So the one thing that I want more than anything is for you to be my best friend. And I want you to know that I want to be with you more than anyone. I want to spend time with you. I want to enjoy our time together. You can rely on me, Spirit saying, you can trust me. So is this person going to turn on into our best friend lover as well? Just a reminder, all of my readings you can use to help you to manifest the love that you are worthy and deserving of. And at the end, we all put them out to the universe. We claim it, we own it, we ask Spirit to bring it to us. So if it's not here yet, keep listening. If this is the kind of love, these are the types of energies you would love to have in your life, Spirit, please share with me. I have a Knight of Wands. Look how cute he is. He's sitting on Eeyore, right? Oh, it's kind of like I'm going for a ride. How cute. I have a Two of Swords. I have a Four of Wands. Okay. And I have a Six of Cups. I like the honey pots with the Six of Cups. That feels like, I don't know. I just feel like I'm surrounded by everything that I want. It was a feeling of these honey pots around me. I'm surrounded by everything I've asked for. This is what I've wished for. This is what I've kind of hoped for. I do feel like I have to make a difficult decision. If you look at this Two of Swords with this kind of skeleton head and piglet, is it? Little piglets going onto the raft. And he's kind of blindfolded. And it's a little bit of, I'm going onto this raft blindfolded, and where am I headed? Am I going to survive? Spirit just said, you're going to survive. You're going to be great. Okay. This raft is going to bring you to safety. You're not in the water. You're not drowning. You have something to hold on to. Okay. But the fear of the skeleton head is coming in, you know, like, am I making the right choice? Am I making the right decision? Those are always, you know, the pros and cons of entering into anything. But look at this Knight and Four of Wands, you know, that says, I feel like I like this playfulness, like everybody is involved in this connection. So for those of you that have children, those of you that have you know, we all have family, but children especially, you can see how he's got these kind of strings attached to him, with each little Pooh has one, Piglet has one. I don't know the name of the little kangaroos, but they all have one, and it feels like everybody is connected to this connection. So we're all involved. And for those of you that have children, it means that it's not only a choice for me, it's a choice for my kids in the future. But I do feel like you're going to choose wisely. The Pooh card, he looks so determined. Like, look at him with this, look at his little face. He's so determined to kind of catch you or to move forward with this connection. The leaves on the wand always sometimes jump out at me because they're just a sign of new growth. They're a sign of something starting to happen. And I just feel like, you know, it's kind of the buds on the trees that are starting to happen right now. But I do love this energy of him, like, he's just determined. Okay. You know, I feel like this little, in particular, Knight of Wands is, they're anxious to get this started, is what Spirit just said. They don't want you to lose interest in them. So that's telling me that they're going to try to keep your attention. They're going to try to put in some time into this. They're going to try to get their arms around this connection. What's the bottom of my deck? I have a Queen of Wands. How beautiful. And I have this little black cat at her side. So that could be a clue also. And if you look out in the window, you can see Pooh is carrying his honey pot in the distance. So this Queen of Wands could be thinking about this Knight of Wands and saying, you know, I wonder what's going on with that person. And I wonder if this is going to turn into something more. And saying to their cat, like, are you ready? Are you ready to have somebody in our lives? Because they better like cats, is how it just felt. So if they don't like cats, they're not invited over. You know, like that's a mandatory. That's mandatory. They're allergic to cats, we understand. I have a 10 of Cups. Look at, I can see it all with you, is how that came into me. It was like I'm pointing to the rainbow. I see the rainbow. I see the happiness. I can feel it. I have a 6 of Pentacles. A 6 of Pentacles. There's my pentacle. The star on the top of the tree. Celebrating the holidays together. There's just a scale. There's a scale on the mantle. You see the scale on the mantle. So that came into me as marriage in the future for some of you. It did come in. And I have 3 stockings. So between us, we could have 3 children. There could be 3 of us in the house, something like that. There's presents for everyone. We definitely celebrate. I feel so blessed, is how it just felt. So that is something to look forward to. And I have a 10 of Pentacles. So at the end of the day, you're looking at somebody who's coming into your energy that, I want to say it simply, we can be so happy together in so many ways. And I don't want to let go of this, Spirit just said. I don't want to let go of this energy. I want this forever. So we could both feel that way. We could both say, I don't want to be hurt. And then, yeah, I want forever with you also. But this feels like we can be so happy together, not just because they're Winnie the Pooh cards, and that gives you that kind of positive energy anyways. I don't know anybody who doesn't like Winnie the Pooh, but 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, 6 of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, Knight of Wands. I mean, we can be so happy together. Let's get some charms. I could stay on the Winnie the Pooh cards all day. They're so cute. All right, let's get some charms. Let's see what they have for you for some charms. Spirit, what else do you want us to know about this connection? The beautiful bowl of charms. And I'm just going to get a pinch because I packed my magic scoop to go up to New Hampshire. So it's already packed. And let's see. All right, let's get a pinch. Here we go. All right. Let's see if they have some signs. Okay, I have a Gemini. What's this? Okay, I have a cup with lots of pencils, like the person who has that cup on their desk or on their kitchen counter that has all that stuff. So it could be a joke, like half the pens in this cup don't work. Like every time you pull out a pen, you're like, this pen doesn't even work. Why is this pen in this cup? And the other person's like, just leave me alone. You know, they're all dead pens. They're free pens from the bank, you know, things like that. But it feels like a joke. I have mittens. Okay, I have 2 sets of mittens. So that came into me as I have 3 sets of mittens. Okay, that's interesting. Where's that little card? Okay, so I had the 3 stockings. So again, that 3, my first thought was 3 children. Between us, we could have 3 children, or one person has 3 children. So that was my first thought. So we're getting that 333. Let me see what that angel number is for a second, because maybe there's a bigger message for me. I'm definitely picking up on that between the 3 stockings and then the 3 mittens. So let's see, 333, Spirit, probably at the bottom of my deck. I am powerful. We had that powerful force before, right? So I have 333. You're being called upon to use your spiritual gifts as a light worker, assisting all of humanity, live your truths, and be a positive light to others. They could see you as very powerful. They could see you as a very spiritual and, you know, individual, and you're not like everybody else, and you're beautiful on the outside, but you're more beautiful on the inside, you know, all of those feelings. So, yeah, I think, what did they start? We started this reading with like the new you. And a big part of you is probably that you have grown into this beautiful spiritual being that they're picking up on. I have, what is this little guy? Okay, he's cute. Look at him. He's a little fisherman in a boat, and he's got a little fish. So it kind of reminds me of the raft that I'm going to get on the raft. I'm going to get in the boat. Okay, I'm going to catch a fish. You're a catch. Okay, I like that. I have a little daisy, and I have a hat. It feels like a sunbonnet. I have a garden. I'm going to say somebody who likes to be in the yard. Okay, I've got a couple of garden signs here. I'm going to say we both like it. I'm going to say we both like it. Now, whether that's all we do, I don't think so, but I think that we both like to be outside. We putz around. Maybe we have flower beds. Maybe we plant a garden. Okay, if we have a chance to do something like that. They're showing me, even if it's as simple as like pots with tomato plants in them, like on the back deck, or herbs, something like that. But yeah, I feel like we both kind of like that stuff. And, you know, we wish we could do more with it, maybe. I have a V, letter V. What is this little guy? I think it's an Aries. I have an Aries. And what does this say? This says December. Okay, so that could be a birthday month for somebody. And then I have ballerina, graceful. A little bit of a tippy toe energy at first. Like I was hesitant in the beginning. I want to make sure that you're not a liar, right? So a little bit of I'm going to tippy toe into this. So that's okay. I think that whatever pace you're going to go at is fine. Okay, so those are some beautiful charms. Interesting to see what connects to people. And Spirit, what else do you want us to know? Let's do when. Let's see if we've got some timeline that they want to share with us. I feel like you've got, I think you got something really nice. Okay, this is something that we're going to be really happy with. And, you know, at the end of the day, that's all we want. You know, yeah, we want them to, you know, check all the boxes. But at the end of the day, kind, caring, loving, faithful, You make me happy. I make you happy. Spirit, when is this love? Any loving energy around this connection timeline? Sooner than expected. I did feel like it was coming in fast, and that kind of caught you off guard. Okay. So within 3 months, we could know. And the cat is like sleeping and cozy, you know, so we could be kind of settled in within a few months very easily with, I feel really safe with this person. I feel comfortable. I have at the holidays, there's definitely a part of me that feels like you're going to connect or be together for the holidays. I know it's a long ways away, but it'll be here before you know it. And maybe that's something you have to look forward to. I have very soon. So I'm going to go with this kind of soon energy that is happening around you. And I think that, I think you're going to be really happy. I do. I think it's going to be a really joyful connection. You know, the person that you've been waiting for, the new you. The new you deserves this kind of love. So I want to thank Spirit for these messages today. I want to thank you all for always being here. Hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you for your comments. Claim it, own it. Just a reminder that I will be uploading some videos over the next few weeks as I am trying to set up my other house. And then I will be getting back to work as soon as I can, in between a couple of babies coming this summer. For we will be a Nana and a pop-up of some kind here. So very soon, our first grandchildren. So we're really, really excited about the summer ahead, and you all will be included. So I want to thank you for being here, and we'll see you all again real soon.